April 12th, 2024. I'm John Lee with St. Louis Real Estate Investors Association. We're here with Laura Lee, Lloyd Allender, and some other members I see and guests. So Lloyd, do you have anything you want to say, I guess, before we get started here?
Yeah, I just want to make everybody aware. If you're on our mailing list, I'm sure you've already gotten our newsletter, your newsletter, hopefully. I got mine on the 8th, which was this past Monday. So at a good introduction to our April 16th speaker at our main event, Troy Galloway. He's a building inspector, a contractor. He's a contractor's contractor, very well-known authority on contracting. He's served as expert witnesses in courts, and we've got him as our main speaker. He's also written, he's going to bring along a copy of his book to, we're going to raffle off at our April 16th meeting. And his new book is called Building with Confidence, The Essential Contractor Hiring Guide. I know that's something I wish I had a copy of it now. I think I might go ahead and order it on Amazon because I'm interviewing contractors to paint or repaint our house. I had the first one stop by this morning, and I got a couple more coming next week. So I'm right in the middle of looking for a good painting contractor. So very timely event for me and hopefully for everybody else. But and also, if you haven't already been to one of our lunches, we meet on the first Monday of every month at the Applebee's on Olive and 270. Had a good crowd this last month on April 1st, and hopefully have another one in May. So the first Monday in May. So and then we're here every Friday at 11. So hopefully, those are our three different events we've got going on a regular basis. I hope you can make as many as you can. Before we get going on our networking, though, I would like to have Laura give a little disclaimer of what we're about and what you need to do with advice.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Good morning and welcome, everyone. First, I'd like to do a bit of housekeeping. Feel free to unmute yourself when it's your turn to speak. Please be mindful of everyone else by muting yourself while others are speaking. You're welcome to put any contact information that you want to share into the chat. We meet here to share deals, look for deals and solutions we have in need with our real estate. We are not your financial advisors, attorney, or accountants. We do not endorse or recommend any specific solutions or contractors here. You're advised to do your own due diligence to your own satisfaction before you invest. The first Friday of each month is Ask the Attorney with Ms. Catherine Davis. Our meetings are typically recorded, so only share what you want others to know.
Okay, thank you, Laura. And doing due diligence is what Troy's one of the things he's going to be talking about, I'm sure, and tell us what that means when you're hiring a contractor. So hopefully you can all join us on April 16th at the Shriner Center, 12545 Fifi Road for our main event for April. Okay, well, who wants to start out here as far as haves and wants? If you have anything real estate related, you have a property you want to sell, or if you're a wholesaler and you got something under contract, I'm sure we can find an investor here that'll take that assignment off your hands. If you're looking for a property, let us know. Somebody might have something or they haven't thought about selling yet that might meet your requirements. So, and also we do a lot of exchange of contractors here too, and that's it's a prime topic this month with having Troy Galloway speaking on hiring contractors. So, who wants to start us out this morning?
Good morning.
Morning,
I will
yeah.
go ahead and start. Well, I don't have a property this week, but 'tis the season for lawn mowing. So reaching out to see if anyone has recommendations for mowers in South City.
Okay, South City lawn mowing. Say, I've got one I use here in St. Charles for one of my properties, but Anybody got a recommendation for a lawn mowing in South City?
We used to use that lawnmower, let's see, what was it, lawnmowingonline.com, but I haven't used those in a couple years, so I don't know.
Yeah, I used to use it too when I had a vacancy, for a short-term thing. I they turned out to be not so reliable the last couple times I used them.
Well, they changed because I tried to get them to come and talk to our group a couple times and they never did respond. And I know a couple of years ago they were pretty good, but the last time I used them, like you, Lloyd, they just weren't really that great. And then they changed it and they did some of that stuff automated, like instead of really looking at the size of the yard and then giving an estimate, they just did it all generically. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, it's kind of like, well, is your grass more than, or less than 4 inches, it was one price. And if it was more than 4 inches, it was a lot more. And then people bid on it. And then I couldn't get a bid on it. So I don't know.
That was my problem. Either couldn't get a bid using it, or I got a bid and the guy said, "Yeah, okay, I'll do it." I told him the time frame I needed it done. I went back and it wasn't done. And I think I contacted him a second time, and I asked them to reassign it. I even ended up canceling it. I ended up taking a lawnmower over myself, but by then it was getting so long, it really took me it took me a while to get a guy who'd go over twice to get it back into shape again. So yeah, no, I wasn't too pleased with that. So I don't recommend them anymore after that incident. But
Yeah, South City. I know I have a contact for one up in North County, but I don't know that South City is in their range.
yeah, I got one here in St. Charles too, in St. Charles County, but
Yeah.
I don't think they go that far. There's plenty of grass to cut in their local areas.
Yeah, this is always one to know too, though. So when you do find one, please share it with us.
Yeah.
Because we could, especially this time of year.
Okay.
I'll do that. Thank you.
Yeah, well, Ann, why don't you go ahead and give us your contact information. So if somebody's watching this after the fact, they got somebody, they might contact you. Okay, what else anybody got want to talk about today?
Well, I'll pop in with my regular spiel. My
Okay,
name is Jay Roman. I'm a private money broker, and I do fix and flips, fix and keeps, and refi, reboots. I also do commercial. You can contact me at JAY@Roman, ROHMAN, nationwidehouses.com, or you can call me at 314-513-1982. And I just love talking to meetup groups and getting a lot of people involved in what I do and stuff like that. So give me a call.
Okay, Jay.
I'll put my information in the chat.
Yeah, you can do that too. Kind of see Ann put her contact information in the chat. So you're watching the video here on later on, and it has a lawn mowing service in South City. Can contact Ann at 775-230-3297. That's 775-230-3297. Okay. Anybody else got anything for us today?
Everybody's pretty quiet.
Yeah, well, it sounds like it. Everybody just came in to get out of the wind outside. Yeah, it was really blowing here in St. Louis, or in St. Charles anyway. I was at with my painting contract this morning, walking around the house, and yeah, I had to put a stocking cap on to keep my ears warm. Not a good day to be out painting, but they're out giving bids, so. In fact, I thought about it back last winter. I started collecting names of contractors last winter, and I should have called in while they were, house painters were looking for work to fill their spring schedules. And now they're booked up. At least the first one I talked to this morning is booked up into the end of May,
Oh,
maybe
really?
1st of June. Yep. Yeah, good contractors. You got to wait for them. I got a carpenter that does work for me, but he's usually at least a month booked a month out ahead, and during the summertime, and he can be 2 months out ahead booking jobs. So you have to plan ahead. You want to get some good contractors.
Yeah, we started putting together a resource guide about, I don't know, 8 or 9 months ago, and I've got some of that compiled, but then we were waiting on some people. We never got it back together, but I think that would be very helpful for us. So, I mean, anybody somebody that's used and they feel good about it, if you would like to recommend them, I'd be happy to add that too, because we do want to get that out, and kind of got put
Yeah.
on the burner over the holidays, but here we
Yeah,
are.
a lot of times we that's one of the most, I think, most frequently asked questions that as I answer any people who leave comments and questions on our website at STLREIA.com. People said, "Hey, do you guys have any list of contractors or making recommendations for a painter or a carpenter or general contractor?" I get those kind of inquiries all the time, and if I've got somebody that I know offhand that I can pass along, I do. But and then we did. Oh, that's right. I know. I have passed along. I remember Terry Hall. It's been a number of years ago. He spoke at our group. He was a realtor that he kept a list of contractors that he recommended that he had done business with, and he shared it with us. And I did. Yeah, I'll have to dig and see if I got that one up. I don't know if you got that, John, as a starting point for your list, or that might be a good one to add to it. I can pass it on to you.
I don't have Terry's list, but I did talk to him just last week, actually. I hadn't
Oh,
talked
how's
to him in about a year, and yeah, he's not doing his radio show anymore, but he's doing a podcast and some other things. I know he was doing the veterans radio show in addition to his real estate one, and he's just taking some other things. He had a couple of health issues, but he seems to be doing pretty good now.
Oh, good. Yeah, I was
Well,
wondering. I haven't heard from him for a while. So
I'll have to ask him about that, because I know, yeah, I've forgotten about that, Lloyd, but he did have a list he shared with us.
yeah, I can forward you his old one, and then yeah, if you want to check with him, see if he's got any additions or
Yeah.
it's not, I mean, it has an update to it. Yeah, I like to get an update, his
Mhm.
updated list.
Yeah, we've got a good one started. I got some really good information that people have given us, because what I did is I just asked if anybody wanted to share their information. And most people do, but there's some that did not. Some people didn't want their name out there, and I don't, I can understand that too.
Mhm.
So a lot of people do work off of word of mouth. I know the guy, our GC out here, he doesn't advertise anywhere. He just goes by recommendation. So, there are people like that. So
Yeah.
so that's something we'll get that stuff together. In fact, Jay, you'll probably want to include your information in there. And I know there's a couple other people in here that may want to also.
Yeah.
So we'll look at doing that.
Yeah, list of resources.
Mhm.
So how do I do that? How do I provide you with my information?
Just send me an email with your information you'd like to share with people. I'll stick an email address in the chat for you, Jay.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Okay. Sounds like it's a quiet week here. And if you got your newsletter, yeah, we did have Kristen did a good job giving an update on the Corporate Transparency Act. Of course, there's still a lot up in the air, a lot of questions as Kathy talked about last week. She had not filed hers for her company yet either, so I'm be curious on what her reaction will be. Hopefully by next time she comes on in May, she'll have an update and give us a firsthand assessment of what it was like to register her company. She said she was going to go ahead and do it, not waiting for the Supreme Court decision, which who knows. If you wait for a Supreme Court decision on this one, it's going to be past the deadline to file. So I'm planning on going in and filing to probably in June or July before the December, January. And that was a recommendation that one of the attorneys that I've heard speak on the topic. He suggested don't do it early, kind of like for filing your taxes. You don't want to be the first one to file. Don't file too early in the year. Don't wait till the end of the year, in November, December, when everybody's going to be trying to file and take down the website. As we recall from the healthcare.gov site when that went up. But anyway, yeah, because there's a big volume of businesses and entities that will need to be filed for that. And also, Kristen also had a great article on some of the raw wire frauds that came from Vina and Jones Cox. There's a lot of if you're closing on a deal. In fact, that's why I guess I haven't have that may be one reason why I want to stick with I always work with a paper check when I'm taking money into to a deal. I stop by and get a cashier's check from my bank, directly from my bank. I don't do wire transfers because there's been a lot of fraud in that industry related to closings on real estate deals. There's a lot of I don't know how they're doing it, but no matter how secure you try making things, there's somebody that is gonna abuse it and for their own advantage. So, in fact, even Vina Jones Cox is as savvy as she is, as many deals as she did. She put out this warning after it almost happened to her twice. I think it was in the same week or within a couple of weeks of each other. That was something that somebody must be watching the emails, tapping into the emails of her title company. Because you always want to verify when you get an email instruction. What it was related to getting emails instruction from your quote unquote title company that of where to file the money to. And when they send you a link of where that is, you need to call a number of the title company to verify, yes, that was the title company sending you that notice on where to file it, and that was the right instructions. And she even had somebody intercept her email when she gave them the wire fund transfer fund information in her mail, and she called the title company to verify they got the link, and everything was identical except they had changed the bank account and routing number that she had given on the wire for the wire transfer. So they had intercepted it, and it just within minutes intercepted her email, changed that information, and transferred it on to the title company. So yeah, that's kind of scary. So I know most of the transmissions I get with with banks and financial companies could have a special encrypted email, and I think the title companies are probably going to be starting that too. You know, only using encrypted emails for handling those transactions. Because you're not talking a petty theft when you're talking about you know, intercepting funds from a closing on a run real estate. Anyway, who has got something for us this morning? Those are just two of the articles you got to look forward to in your newsletter if you haven't read it yet. But anybody got looking for a contractor? I mean, that's one of the topics that's going to be we're going to cover at this month's meeting. But anybody got an immediate looking for some references? I mean, the two of the painters I contacted, I got, well, actually all three of them came off of referrals I got here on Fridays. So, two of them were from Melissa Adney from One Way Roofing and Construction. She gave me a couple months ago, and then the other one was from somebody I used in the past, but then got reminded about it again when somebody mentioned him here on a Friday. That so well, nobody else has anything. It's gonna be a short session today, which is fine by me. My wife's got a little road trip for us planned today, so I was gonna have to cut out early, but we might wrap up early. Sounds like here.
Where are you going?
Going up to it's just a short one up to there's a St. Charles County Park called Town Park. They've got a historic home up there. We've been up there, and my wife does some volunteer work with a Missouri master naturalist up there, and she found out from somebody that they actually give on Fridays in March and April. They open up this historic house that's been restored on the property. It was part of the original estate that was donated to the county as a park. They open it up on Friday afternoons
Ah,
for tours. So we're going to go up and catch one of those tours here this afternoon.
that's pretty neat.
Yeah, we love historic homes. You know, I used to renovate historic homes and apartments, and we still love going to them. I kind of backed off of the older houses right now. Too many unknowns that you run into. My younger days, though, I tackled some pretty big projects. So
Yeah,
yeah, still love looking at older houses and learning the history.
Yeah, John or Lloyd.
Yeah, Charles, go ahead.
Just throwing this out. I'm in the process of learning about it. In fact, it's fairly new for those that are looking for properties, wholesalers. I'm going to be adding a program to some of the stuff that I got that will enable you to be driving and you set parameters and it will pick up all the houses as you drive by that are signs that they might be in distress. So anybody that's looking for leads, just driving around in their area, let me know and I'll tell them what I'm looking at or getting. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get it. And if they're interested, I'll fill them in what it is. It looks pretty good.
Okay, so this is a system that's
It's on your phone.
you got leads with GPS information that you could pull up on your phone and
Yeah,
just
as you
when
drive
you're
by the
driving?
house, a certain distance from the road, it
Mhm.
will signal these leads as you're
Okay.
going down the road.
Okay.
I haven't heard of it before, so it's intriguing to me.
Yeah, it is. I do a lot of driving, just looking for my own eyes, looking for a neglected properties, and I always carry some of my cards, and I'll stop and stick a card in the door if I see a prospect.
Yeah.
So I try. Drives my wife crazy when I go to take a different route to go someplace we go every day. But I'm going to go through this other neighborhood. I'm interested right now.
But with this program, so you wouldn't have to stop. It will register, and then you can even on the program punch up. You can find out Bed Bath, who owns it, debt stack, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like an interesting app. Might be interested in that one myself.
So when I learn more about it, I'll pass it on. Anytime anybody interested, let me know.
Okay, you want to put your contact information in here?
Yep. I will do that.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. But yeah, these days there's an app for everything. Especially if there's a money related to it, and everybody knows there's a lot of money related to real estate, so it's any way to tap into a market
Looks
a lot of people are
like
interested in.
Tiffany put some information in the chat. Looks like she's looking for multifamily units in St. Charles County. Off-market land within 50 miles of St. Charles. And looks like she's still looking for a place to rent.
Oh yeah, for her
in
friend to
St.
rent.
Charles there.
Yeah.
Tiffany, can you unmute yourself, or are you in a position where you can't right now?
Yes, sir, I'm here. Hello.
Okay, you want to go ahead and tell us a little bit about what you're looking for there?
Well, you did a really good job of reading that list, so thank you.
Okay. Would you like to give your contact information verbally, just so anybody watching the replay could maybe get that?
Of course, you feel free to text or call 636-299-0085, or you can email me at T for Tiffany Barnhart, BARNHART, Homes, HOMES, @gmail.com. So I'm happy to answer any questions or, go over any deals that you guys may find. Please feel free to reach out.
Thank you. Thank you, Tiffany.
Thank you very much. And if I can ever be of any service to anyone, I'm a little bit of a research nerd. So if you guys ever need any help with anything, feel free to let me know.
Good
Okay.
to know. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Anybody else that jog anybody's memory on what they wanted to talk about? Something that they guys had a question about? Well, if not, like I said, I'm gonna grab a quick lunch here before my wife and I head off. Do you have any final comments, John?
No, I don't really have anything today. It sounds like everybody's kind of quiet. We got a
Yeah.
great tractor trailer coming in here, and the guy don't know if he can get in here and get turned around or not.
No.
So we'll
Okay.
see what happens. We might be stuck with this big, huge truck out in the woods here. I don't know. So, no, we got some good stuff coming up. Just be sure, you can always look at the website, of course, STLREIA.com for any future events. Like Lloyd said, we have Troy Galloway coming in. here next Tuesday. Be sure to get there early too, because so we have time for networking, because we do have the haves and wants, and a lot of people do share their stuff. We then next month in May, we do have St. Louis County Inspector. I don't have his name in front of me here. Hang on, I can get it for you. But he's going to come in. He does mainly the north area, but he was a former firefighter, so he's very knowledgeable on why they have inspections the way they do. Let's see here. Jason Schroer is his name. So mark your calendars for that. That'd be the 21st of May. And that'll be an interesting meeting also. So that's what we have lined up. There's also a couple other things we're working on right now. So just keep an eye out and watch your emails, your inbox, but as always, check your bulk or your spam also, because I noticed even this morning I was looking for something and it went there, which should not have, because it wasn't on mail. So just always keep that in mind. So
That's true.
a lot of good
That
stuff.
happens on occasions.
Appreciate you tuning in. We will see you next week, of course.
Yeah, everybody take care, and hope to see you next Tuesday.
Sounds good.
Hey, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take
See
care.
y'all later. Bye-bye.
Stay safe.
Thanks.